Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking Love After Lockup, Season 5, Episode 1. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. All right now peeps, if you are hearing any kind of noise or music or anything in the background, it's due to my roof being replaced. It's kind of loud and crazy around here today, so let's hope for the best. Okay, so this episode starts out with Brittany and Key Rock, and I'm gonna be honest, I really wanted to be happy that Key Rock is getting out of jail because Brittany is so excited about it. But I just think that they don't belong together. I think that they are toxic together. I think that he is too controlling and manipulating and just too overbearing for Brittany. And I don't love them together. Listen, I think that Brittany deserves better. When I see her as happy as she is, I wish that Key Rock was more supportive of her, more loving, more patient, and not this gaslighting, manipulating person. Brittany's talking to her father, and, she wants her dad to give his blessing to her and Key Rock. And her dad is concerned. I don't think that her parents will ever give their blessing. One of the reasons I understand them being concerned, she went from living a relatively normal life to a life of crime, going to jail, falling in love with this trans man, coming out of jail and cutting off ties with her parents and, living with his family. They're concerned. Their daughter went to jail for some sort of robbery. She didn't finish college. They don't understand. I think that they would possibly be okay with her relationship with Key Rock if they thought that it was healthy for her. It's really not. And I don't think she's ever going to get the blessing from her parents that she wants. I think in the end of all this, her parents just want her to be healthy and happy, and they want her to be in a safe environment. And I would want the same thing for her as well. And to be honest, I want the same thing for Key Rock. I want Key Rock to be who he is, healthy and happy, but not out here manipulating, controlling, and gaslighting people. No, that's not okay. Something else that I thought was weird is she said she couldn't go up to the jail to pick him up because she wasn't sure if she would get in trouble with her probation. If she violates her probation, she could be looking at 20 years in jail. And I said, you know what? If you can't be over here on the grounds to pick him up, should you even be allowed to be with him and still not be in violation of your probation? I think that would absolutely be a violation to live with another felon. Now, when Key Rock runs out there and they hug and everything, that was real cute and everything. But did anybody notice that a garbage truck drove right past them? I said, to me, that's some sort of sign. This relationship is in the trash. That's just my opinion. I realized that Key Rock is a handsome dude. I said, Now, when he explains how he told his father who he really is and explained who he was on the inside and that he wanted it to reflect on the outside, his father put him out. That broke my heart because I said, this is the unconditional part of love. That's where the unconditional part should have come in. And I realized that it had to be a shock to his parent. It's a shock to anyone, really. But if you love somebody, you stand by them, you let them be who they are. I would much rather Key Rock be who he is on the inside, on the outside, and living his life healthy than being trapped as something that he doesn't feel that he really is and feeling alone in this world and thinking about taking himself off this planet. What other people do it's not about you. It's about them, and it should affect them only. They should be able to do whatever the hell it is that they need to do to feel healthy, to feel safe, to feel strong. You can continue to live your life the way you always have. It's not about you. It's about them being healthy and safe and happy. Key Rock bust a rap. I said, oh shoot, that's what we was missing for the season. I'm telling you, every season of Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup, Life After Lockup, there's always a rapper. Well, now we got one. Now, when Key Rock ran and jumped into the arms of his mother, she jumped into his arms. I loved it. She told him that he was so gorgeous. Let me look at you. My heart just melted, because that is the real love. That is the unconditional love. That is acceptance. And his mom was letting him know that she doesn't care what he does, how he looks. He will always be her baby. I absolutely love that, and my heart just melted. And she said he's not a trans man. He is a man. You know what? That just made my heart happy. It really did. I love to see love. And when he asked her why she was covering up her face, I was wondering why she was covering her face up as well. And we find out that she's gone through cancer, and, the chemotherapy has done some sort of damage to her skin. And Key Rock told her, don't hide. You are so beautiful. And that melted my heart. And I would just like to say, fuck cancer for sure. I have lost so many members of my family due to cancer, and cancer, God, I wish that we could find a way to get a cure for cancer. Cancer is ruining so many happy families. And we find out that this cancer is a cancer that has ravished their family, and his mom is the first member of their family that has survived. And I am just wishing the best for him and his mother. His mother gives her full support to him and Brittany getting married. She thinks that Brittany is great for Key Rock. I do not. I don't think that they're good for each other. I think that they're not meant to be. And I really, if I got my wish, Brittany would go home to her family, get into some therapy, complete her schooling, and try to find a love that is more compatible. Anyway, you guys, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. Renika and Ashante. So at the beginning of the show, they put up a disclaimer letting us know that these scenes were filmed before Ashante unfortunately passed away. And I'm telling you, I feel so awkward watching these scenes, knowing that he is no longer with us. It's hard to be critical, but I'm gonna push forward. Let me just say that. So anyway, the show starts off right where it left off last week. She's still delusional as hell. I have never seen anybody in my life so giddy to be with a man that she just found out has a girlfriend. I said, wait a minute, you and this girl just bailed y'all's boyfriend out. It makes no sense to me. I would never be this happy, jumping up and down, ready to have the sex with somebody who I just used my kids' college fund money to bail him out of jail, and he has another girlfriend. I don't understand it. The way that I would have went back into that office and asked for my money back. The way I would have pulled off like I didn't know him. The way I would have used the rest of that money to put me and my kids on a flight back home where we should have stayed in the first damn place. She's wrapped around him. Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you. I've missed you. I missed you. How much did you miss him? You didn't even know him. This is your first time seeing him live and in person. It's ridiculous to me. He's lying to production, still pretending as if this auntie is really his real aunt and not his girlfriend or slide chick. And she's talking about, oh, she's just some girl he was using while he was locked down. I said, the way he's using your ass while he was locked down. And then when the auntie calls, she wants to get all hype. She wants to act up. I said, girl, calm the hell down, because you still taking him home. He's still in your car. You still wrapped your whole body around him. Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you. Girl, just shut up. You're wasting time. It makes no sense. He's sitting on here having a conversation with his other girlfriend, even told the woman to text him. I said, in front of you? I mean, this was just crazy. Then he's going to tell production that he's going to be loyal to her. She's going to be with him for the rest of his life. But his face wasn't even serious. You could tell that he was holding back a laugh. He knew good and damn well that he wasn't going to be faithful to her. And, unfortunately, when he passed away, he had a whole nother girlfriend with a baby on the way. The woman is over 5 months pregnant. He wasn't with Renika anymore. Then he's going to tell Renika that he needs to use the car so he can drive over to his auntie's house to pick up his cell phone. Excuse me? First of all, you have been in jail for 4 years, which means your license are expired. There's no way in hell you would be driving my car. Nowhere. Number 2, you definitely not driving that car over to auntie's, but I'll be happy to put your ass out on the side of the road. Call auntie with this cell phone and see if she can come pick you up. Okay, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. Then he tells her that daddy is in charge. He wears the pants in the family. Really? And what he says goes. I said, the pants that she purchased? No, I don't think so. And he says, are you going to be with me? You down for me or what? If not, just let me know if you want to break up. Put me out. The way I would have pulled over and put him out. Get the hell on out. But no, she goes home and has the sex with him, and nobody has showered. First of all, you are in this Airbnb, laid up on these clean sheets in your dirty prison uniform. She's all up on top of him. I said, I know y'all are not having sex. Y'all haven't turned the shower on. No, this is gross. Then we see, after she has been rocked to sleep, he sneaks out and leaves. You know he's headed to the auntie's house for round number 2 without washing his ass. I'm telling you, I'm sick. It's good for me. I'm done. Renika, you are being played. You are an absolute sucker. Moving on. All right, so we meet a girl named Sheree and Anthony. Now, here's the difference. Anthony and Sheree knew each other before he went to jail. Anthony and Sheree dated for about a year when she was 14, and that's where that relationship should have stayed. Back when she was 14. I think that Sheree is still in love with the idea of Anthony. Anthony that she fell in love when they were 14. This is a grown-ass man who is a felon who has been in prison. No, ma'am, you need to let Anthony go. And on top of letting Anthony go, you need to let Anthony's mama go, because she don't seem to play. I was not expecting when she got to her apartment and she was walking up those steps that I would see her butt cheeks hanging out. But what I really was surprised about was to see Anthony's mom in her damn kitchen cooking. And she says, well, what are you doing here? Why are you cooking in my kitchen? I said, well, what the hell is she doing in your house? And she says that she has a key. And I said, wait a minute. Anthony doesn't live there. And I'm damn sure that Anthony's not paying rent there. So his mama should absolutely not have a key. Then later she makes this comment about when he gets home, she doesn't need to knock. She's got a key. No, ma'am, not if it was me. As far as I'm concerned, as soon as she left there with her tuna salad or whatever she was making, the locksmith would have been called. No, ma'am, your access is revoked. One thing I could say about his mom is she was speaking facts. She says that she doesn't want her son to get out of jail and go back to jail. She wants him to realize that the streets are no joke. Everybody who smiles in your face and says that they're your friends, that doesn't mean that they're absolutely your friends. Absolutely not. She says that, they want to have a little restrictions on him. And I said, you know what? He is not coming out of jail to have a warden and a parole officer. They want to give him a curfew. They want to track him. They want to make sure he's where he's supposed to be. Nobody's doing that. This dude has been in jail for how many years? He has been told where he can go to the restroom, when he can come out of his cell, when he can get some fresh air, what time to get up, what time to go to sleep. And y'all think that he's actually going to put up with this shit? It's not going to happen. Then we see her talking on the phone with her friend, and I chuckled a little bit because when me and my girlfriends get on the phone, one word can trigger us into a sing-along, and we have sang about 13 songs before we hang up. It's a good time. But she was saying that she's having a little coming home party for him, and she has decided to invite Rich. And I said, well, who is Rich? Turns out Rich is her son's father. And I don't see a problem with him coming because Rich needs to know Anthony. If Anthony is going to be around his son, they need to know each other and they need to try to at least be cordial for this child's sake. I think that if the shoe was on the other foot, she would absolutely want to meet her son's father's new girlfriend. I definitely would, especially because of the way sometimes girlfriends and boyfriends, step parents, things like that, they don't always treat the children right. So you damn right, I want to meet whoever my son's going to be around, and I want to put down the rules. Don't think about doing anything rude, disrespectful, or physical with my child, because I will hurt you. Period. I don't think it's a problem. I think she should be able to invite Rich. Where I do find a problem is her and this fake ass marriage license. Who does that? Okay, you paid $95 to lie to your family about being married to him, talking about they were supposed to get married in 2021, but unfortunately 2 days before their wedding, their prison wedding, she finds out that this dude's divorce wasn't finalized. I think he knew that his divorce wasn't finalized and he purposely set that up. Also, if y'all's love is so real and everything is so perfect, when his divorce was finalized, why didn't you have your prison wedding then? I mean, if I was her family, I would never trust another thing she said to me. If you would lie about being married, so much so that you created a fake marriage certificate, there is no way that there isn't other things that you wouldn't lie about. Something is odd about that. I'm not here for this couple, but I am interested for entertainment value. Anyway, peeps, get down in the comments and tell me, what do you think about this particular couple? And how did you feel when you found out she had that fake marriage license? This is ridiculous. Andy and Brittany. So they are getting prepared. Andy is laying out all of Brittany's gifts on the bed, which reminded me of Deontay when he laid out all Nicole's stuff. What a sucker. I kind of miss Deontay right now. He's got the rose petals on the bed, her new cell phone, her new flat iron, all of the money that he was going to give her. He is ready. And I found out, I didn't realize that he was married twice. His first wife, who turned out to be a drug addict, he was married to her for 14 years, and then he left her and left the police force, got married to another lady a couple years later. And I said, you know what? He definitely doesn't mind trying to hold on to relationships and getting married. He just doesn't want to hold on to being a responsible father and taking care of his kids. Brittany's daughter is super excited to see her mom. She says that she couldn't sleep the night before. It's been 2 years since her mom's been in jail. But to me, she looks extremely traumatized. She looks as if this whole experience has just been so sad, so traumatic, and so uncomfortable for her. She looks so uncomfortable around Andy and his son Barry, and I don't really blame her. She doesn't know these people, and she should not be put in this position. Gracie is truly believing that Brittany is going to go forward and she's going to stay out of jail, and she's hoping that her mom has learned her lesson. And you know what? For her children's sake, I hope that she's learned her lesson as well. You know, I hope that when she gets out of jail, she lives a happy, productive, sober life, not only for her own peace of mind and for her own happiness, but for the peace and the happiness of her children. Those poor ass balloons. I said, oh gosh, the balloons just look ridiculous. I said, you never go and have balloons filled up and then leave them in the car all day and all night. You really think that they're going to be good enough to be released later? They look deflated and sad. They're standing outside the car for over 2 hours waiting for Brittany with the balloons, the flowers. They just standing there. I said, nobody ever thought to just sit in the car in the air conditioner and relax a little bit until she shows up. We don't all have to just stand out here for over 2 hours. Now Andy wants to stress out. I don't think she's using me, but you know, maybe she could be. I've been sending her money and I've been there for her, you know, for these last 8 or 9 months. I said, oh, now you want to get concerned. Your family has told you how they felt. Your cop friend, who I think is a little bit shady, I'm not even sure if that dude's a real cop, he is giving you advice, but you don't want to listen to anybody. You think you know everything, Andy. You're running on slow, if you ask me. Now, when Brittany got off the bus or out the van, she runs to her daughter and they have this amazing long hug. But when she hugs Andy, honey, it was a side hug and a peck. I said, she is not attracted to Andy. She is attracted to Andy's stability and Andy's money. And as soon as both of those run out, so is Brittany. Listen, Brittany has informed us that she has been getting in trouble ever since she was a child. At one point, she got arrested twice in one day and crawled out of the police car's back window twice in one day, and that all the cops in her town know her. They can tell who she is from the back of her damn head. This girl is about to be a problem. What I think she needs to do is try to hit the ground rolling. She really does need a fresh start. I think that should include a new town, a 12-step program, and a job. She tried to release those sad ass balloons, but they just fell to the floor. To me, that's a sign. It ain't gonna work. I'm just saying. Good luck to you two. Moving on. Melissa and Louie. Oh, God. I never wanted to see this woman on my screen ever again. I never wanted to see this woman come across my television ever again. It's something very disturbing about a 39-year-old woman who is still stuck in high school. This woman's brain has not matured since she was a 16-year-old in high school. This is just too depressing for me. I don't understand why her family has not tried to take some sort of legal action to get her into a facility. You cannot just stop your life in high school. Louie is getting out in a few days and she is so excited. Oh my God, oh my God. I mean, can you imagine how the people feel who went to their high school? They probably watch the show, shake their head, and text all their friends like, can you believe this shit? Louie's got 5 teeth and she is acting as if she's marrying, Joe Jonas. What the hell is going on? She thinks that Louie's going to move to New Jersey to be with her, but I have a feeling that his crazy ass mom, Donna, is not going to allow it. It's not going to happen. Louie is going to stay with his mama. You better believe it. Now, she meets up with her sisters who look just like her and their dad. Her dad is not feeling it. He is so upset. He is so stressed out. He has to go smoke outside. He said, you know how I feel about drugs. And she says, well, Louie doesn't do drugs. He says, yeah, that's what he's telling you. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. This man has smoked up all his teeth. There is no way in hell that this man is not going to be doing drugs again when he gets out of jail, if he hasn't been doing it while he's there. Because prisoners are real good at sneaking in drugs and making hooch. I think, her dad says that he's really concerned about Louie. He should be concerned about her mental health as well. And she's upset. She's worried about him being out on the streets. She's worried about him maybe dating someone else or finding someone else. And her sister said, he has no teeth. Who wants him? And she said, well, he got me. Yeah, girl, stop saying that. This is getting to be ridiculous. It's crazy to me how much she is so into him. She told us the last time we saw them that he wasn't even interested in her in high school, that he barely looked her way. And now here he is with no teeth, lost his freedom, has 0 to offer, and you're attracted to him now? Now he's interested in you? If the shoe was on the other foot, do you think that he would date you with 5 teeth? Here she goes. Louie doesn't do drugs. Her sister said, well, how the hell did he lose his teeth? She said, the Department of Corrections pulled his teeth. And she said, why? Then here comes Melissa. Drugs. Duh. Okay, take it back to 1. He's a drug addict. Melissa is really stuck in high school and she's trying to create a relationship from the past that never was. He wasn't interested in you then. He didn't even look at you until all of a sudden he's got nothing. He's rock bottom. And she says that she doesn't want to think about his teeth or anything because she doesn't want to get grossed out. But she thinks that she can just overlook it because she loves him so much. I just can't, I guess I'm immature. I can't overlook that. I really can't. Her dad said that Louie is a con man and he's definitely going to be back on drugs and he definitely knows how to play a woman. And he is playing your daughter like a fiddle. I do think that it was quite disgusting that her dad pulled out his dentures at that table in a public restaurant. That's gross. Now, Donna is not happy about seeing Melissa. Melissa is not happy about seeing Donna. Melissa is absolutely afraid of Donna, and she should be, because Donna is rude as hell. She's disrespectful as hell, and she doesn't care. Donna is here for her son, and she does not care. However, I don't know why Donna acts as if Louie is some sort of prize. He is not. She says that Louie told her, please don't make him choose between her and Melissa. And she said, listen, there better not be a choice. She's claiming mom rights. She raised him. She was the only one that went to court for every last one of his court dates. She was the only one who showed up to the jail to see him every single weekend. And she wants him right there at the house so she can watch him. She wants him to live drug-free, get a stable job, and grow the hell up. Listen, I can't blame her. I really can't. I think Melissa and him together equals one of them in jail, one of them back on drugs. That's what I think. Anyway, peeps, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.